Hey everybody, hope you had a good weekend and enjoyed some of the nice weather that we had. That was really pretty out. My kind of weather. Get outside and do stuff, but social distance at the same time. Hey, hopefully the test went well on Friday. We'll on Classroom, I'll have the retake kind of instructions put next. I'll put up there today. So if you feel like you want to get a better score after I give you your score back, you can follow this instruction. They're the same as always, where you have to um, find the ones that you got wrong, find the correct answer, and then write what the correct answer is, write what the wrong answer is, and tell me why you got why it's the correct answer. So I'll give you the instructions on Classroom. They're there already, but I'll just move them to the top so they're easy to find. But you do have to work to get some of those points back, and remember, you get like half the points back too for doing that because you can use resources to look up your answers and things. So anyway, I hope it went well. Looking at answers for most people, it looked like it went pretty good. So I'll get your scores back today. And then the other thing for today is we will start this group. So this is a whole other kingdom called the protists. And protists are single-celled, just like bacteria. They're tiny. You need a microscope to see them pretty much. Um, there are a few that live in colonies or groups, but most of them just go about their life by themselves individually. And you could probably find them right now if you went outside and you took a little drop of water from a pond or a lake or a little creek or something like that. They're all over the water. They're on land. You can find them in the soil as well. Like if you grabbed a handful of dirt outside, ran some water through it, or washed it off, and looked at it under a microscope, you would find them for sure. There are a few different types of protists as well. And these are the three main groups. And we're going to call them the slime molds. It's like a fungus. So they act like mushrooms and things. They grow in and on and through their food. And we also have animal-like protists. These things move around and actively hunt other things like bacteria or other protists, and they eat them. And then we also have plant-like protists, which can trap energy from the sun, do photosynthesis, and make their own food. And then, believe it or not, there are groups or there are individual protists that can do multiple things. They can act like animals and they can act like a plant. I think that's super cool. Can you imagine being you and eating normal food, but if food was scarce, you could just go outside and hang out and turn green and make your own food and get full and then walk back inside your house and be totally cool with that. I don't know. I think that's pretty neat. Of course, you'd be green like the Hulk, so that'd be weird. But there's some pretty cool life strategies that these guys have, and these are just some examples. So this kind of looks like gross cheese, but that's the slime mold. We got our animal-like protist here. You can see its big nucleus, and then we got our plant-like protist here, which is green. These things float around and bumble around like giant beach balls. I'll show you some videos of that tomorrow. But I do want to point out the nucleus. All protists are eukaryotic. They have a nucleus. You can easily see it if you stain it, and some of them you can see it anyway. But you can see in this diagram here, it's labeled, all protists have a nucleus, which makes them kind of like us. Their cells are really big like ours. They have a nucleus like ours. They're eukaryotic like us. And they have a bunch of organelles like you and I do. We learned about those earlier in the year. They have mitochondria. They have chloroplasts. So that makes them very different than bacteria. So to introduce them, I do have a video. You do not have this slide, but I did post that video on Classroom, and you'll be able to go to it. It's right here. It's an Edpuzzle video. It is through YouTube. But watch this video first, obviously, and then go ahead and click on the Edpuzzle video. It kind of introduces you to protists and fungi. And I've cut off the fungus part, so it's really just the protist that you're taking a look at. Once you watch that video, that's today's work. So pretty easy start to a Monday.